Van life is the ultimate dream. Waking up to golden sunrises, the open road stretching endlessly ahead, and the freedom to chase adventure. But out here, beauty comes with its challenges. The mountains are unforgiving, the weather unpredictable, and even the smallest mistake can spiral you into a crisis you can't recover from, unless you're prepared. Over the years, I've faced those moments and learned the tools it takes to truly thrive. Today, I'm sharing the 10 tools that have become my lifelines for van life. Turning obstacles into opportunities and keeping this dream alive. Let me show you what they are and how they can do the same for you. One of my favorite things about northern Colorado is how easy it is to get outside. There's always some trail, a mountain, or some corner of nature waiting to be explored. So today I'm out here hiking because honestly, that's just what you do in Colorado. The mountains call and you go. It's days like this that remind me why I chose van life. The freedom to just wake up, pack my bag, and head straight into the wild. It doesn't get any better than this. But these kind of adventures, they don't come without their challenges. You've got to be prepared with whatever comes your way out here. That's why I want to share the 10 tools that I always keep in my van. These are the things that have saved me time and time again. Tools that make moments like this possible. Let's talk about them. Let's start with the one tool that I absolutely never leave behind, my battery starter. Imagine this, you're parked way out in the wilderness, no service, no people around, and you wake up to a dead battery. It's happened to me before. I thought I would be stuck out there for hours, but this small device, compact enough to fit in your hand, saved the day. It's small, easy to use, and powerful enough to jumpstart my van in just minutes. It also doubles as a power bank for charging my phone and camera, and it even has a built-in flashlight for emergencies. If you're living on the road, this isn't just a convenience. It's absolutely essential. You don't want to find out what it's like to be stranded without one. This happened to me the other day, and thanks to this battery, I was able to jumpstart my van, drive it to a shop, buy a new battery, and install it. I would have been totally stuck without it. Next up is my air compressor, a tool that saved me more times than I can count. Let's be real, flat tires aren't a matter of if, but when. Last winter, I went driving in the Mojave Desert and it got way colder than I expected. The next morning, I woke up to a really deflated tire. Without this compressor, I would have been stuck for hours, maybe even another night. Instead, I was able to plug this little device in, fill up my tire, and before I knew it, I was back on the road in 15 minutes. It's compact, lightweight, and really easy to store in the van, but it packs a punch when you need it most. What I love about this compressor is how useful it is. Whether it's just inflating a tire or adjusting my pressure for off-road driving, I think everybody should have this in their kit. Now, you might already know this, but it's a good idea to always check your tire pressure before heading out on a long drive anywhere, not just the wilderness. It can save you gas, improve your handling, and even make your tires last longer. This device makes that quick and easy because it gives you a digital display of your PSI. It's one of those tools that you hope you don't need, but when you do, you are really glad that you have it. Now let's talk about really cold nights. It's kind of the season for it. There was this one time I went camping deep in the Rockies at 8,000 feet and it was so cold my breath was freezing in the air. I don't think I've ever experienced that cold before. Without my portable heater, I don't think I would have been able to make it through the night comfortably or safely. The beauty of this heater is how reliable it is in extreme conditions. It's compact enough to bring along, but powerful enough to warm up the entire van. And it's easy to use and convenient even in the middle of nowhere. Safety is everything when it comes to these heaters, and this one delivers. It shuts off automatically if it tips over or if oxygen levels get too low. Just make sure to crack a window for ventilation and you're set for a warm, cozy night, even in freezing temperatures. If you're planning to camp in colder climates, a portable heater isn't just a luxury, it's a lifesaver. But van life isn't just about cold nights. Dealing with the heat is just as important. On sunny days, the van can heat up fast, and it doesn't take long before things start to feel uncomfortable. That's where my 12-volt fan comes in. It's compact, easy to use, and it keeps the air moving when I need it. What I like most is how efficient it is. It uses so little power that I could run it for hours without worrying about my battery. And I can adjust it to direct airflow exactly where I need it, whether I'm working, relaxing, or winding down for the night. This fan is just one of those tools that I didn't realize that I needed until I had it. It's simple, reliable, and makes a big difference in keeping the van comfortable when the weather heats up. If you're planning to spend time on the road, especially in warmer climates, a 12-volt fan is one of the best investments you can make. I bought mine from a trucker stop on the way back from Yosemite. Oh, I gotta get that. Had to get that. That was cool. Having airflow is so important in van life. Without proper ventilation, it doesn't take long for things to feel stuffy inside the cabin. That's why the max air fan is necessary for my setup. It keeps the air moving and ensures the van always feels fresh. This fan is powerful and efficient. It doesn't matter if I'm parked for the day or settling in for the night, it creates a steady airflow that makes the van so much more comfortable. What I love most is how reliable it is. It works rain or shine, and it keeps working even when the windows are closed. If you're building out any kind of van, this fan is something that you absolutely need. It's the one upgrade that's made a difference in my life every single day, although it was very scary cutting a hole in my roof.
Hello! How you doing in there? Well, all done.
Now we got a hole. That's the scariest part, probably.
Oh no, I'm just done. This is how it's gonna be for
This
now.
is how. I've had all sorts of things break down on me while living on the road. And having a basic toolkit and some good old duct tape has saved me more times than I can count. And the best part is, you don't need anything fancy. This is a simple toolkit that I picked up at Walmart. It's got just what you need: screwdrivers, pliers, a wrench, and a multi-tool. For less than the cost of a dinner out, it's become one of my most useful tools that I keep in my van. And duct tape is the ultimate fix-it solution. There's just so many things that you can do with it. I've used it to seal leaks, patch up gear, and even secure things to the wall during bumpy drives. It's lightweight, easy to store, and probably the most versatile item that I carry. When you're living on the road and you have such a small space to keep everything, it's really not about having every single tool in the world. You just need a small set of tools to get the right job done. A simple, tiny toolkit and a small roll of duct tape might not seem like much, but they've saved me more times than I can count. I really enjoy cooking meals when I'm out on the road. Coffee is my favorite meal of the day, and without the stove, that just wouldn't be possible. Whether it's brewing a quick cup of coffee in the morning or making a quick meal after a long day of hiking, the stove makes all of that possible. It's lightweight, reliable, and packs away easy. It's perfect for life on the move. I've used it for everything, from boiling water for tea to cooking in some of the most beautiful places that I've ever parked. It's the kind of tool that feels essential no matter where you are. One tip that I've learned the hard way: you always want to carry extra fuel canisters. Running out of propane when you're in the middle of cooking a meal is no fun at all, especially when you're miles away from a store. This stove has been a staple of my setup from the start. It's simple and reliable. An electric kettle might seem like a small thing, but when you're on the road, it's one of those small things that you find yourself reaching for again and again. This device is amazing for making things like tea, oatmeal, or even instant soup after a long hike. It's really convenient. It's quick to set up and takes just a few minutes to heat up water. The best part is that it's compact enough to fit neatly in my van setup without taking too much space. One thing to keep in mind if you decide to get this is to make sure that your power setup can handle it. My Jackery 2000 watt Pro pairs perfectly with this electric kettle, allowing me to boil water wherever I go off grid. This electric kettle is more than just a convenience. It's one of those small things that just make your van and space feel a little bit more like home. admit, I thought that an air fryer for van life might be overkill at first. But I was so wrong. It quickly became one of my favorite tools for cooking while on the road. Whether it's crispy fries, roasted veggies, or reheating leftovers, it's fast, efficient, and easy to use. It's like having a portable mini oven in your van. The best part is how versatile it is. I've used it to make quick meals when I'm short on time, or just to have something warm and fresh. It's compact enough to fit in the van, and cleanup is usually a breeze, depending on what you're cooking. And with this one as well, you want to make sure that your power setup can handle it. My Jackery power station works perfectly with this. This little air fryer is amazing. It brings a level of comfort to van life that I had no idea that I needed. If you got the setup and space for it, it's absolutely worth it to add to your gear. Staying powered up off-grid is essential when you're living on the road. My Jackery power bank has become one of the most reliable tools in my setup. My phone, camera, lights, it gives me the flexibility to stay connected and ready for whatever comes next. This power bank is absolutely amazing because of its large capacity and its versatility. With multiple ports, I can charge several devices at once. My laptop for editing, camera batteries for shooting, or even my electric kettle for a quick cup of tea. And for some of the bigger tools I've mentioned, like the air fryer and the electric kettle. Having a large battery with a large capacity like this allows me to stay out in places like this for extended periods of time without having to go back into society and recharge. One tip that I've learned is to keep an eye on power usage. I love how quickly that this charges. I can just pull up to a Starbucks, plug it into the socket, work on my video for a couple hours, and before I know it, I'm done. The display makes it easy to track how much charge I have left, so I'm never caught off guard. If you're spending time on the road or camping off-grid, a power bank like this isn't just a luxury. It's an investment in keeping your setup running smoothly. Each one of these tools has a story, a moment where they came through for me when I needed it most. They've turned challenges into opportunities, and they've kept this dream alive. Thanks for spending the day with me out here. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And if you're curious about how all this stuff is organized and how I fit it into my van, you should check out this next video over here. I'll see you over there.